How's it going today, guys? Klutch here once again. Welcome back to the channel. We got some new mods for Farming Sim 19, all of which are actually in the ModHub, I believe. They're still kind of in testing, as I understand it. However, they are in the ModHub. Yeah, looking pretty good. Everything should be available to everyone. So, some interesting mods today. We're going to discuss all of them quickly, and yeah, you can go download them for yourself. All right, well, let's get into this, guys.
Klutch Simulations.
Alright guys, let's start by looking at how you find some of these mods. I know there's been a few questions on this recently, as they don't necessarily always show up just on the dashboard screen of the ModHub. So even if you go to the new mod or latest mod, some of them do show up. Obviously the bag lifter pack is one of the things we're talking about today, so that's a new one. However, there's still mods in here that are not showing up under this area. So what you have to do for that is click down here to show all new mods. And that's going to populate more mods on your list. So for instance, now we have a pond water store, which is something we're going to talk about. Anyways, so there's a few things here, guys, that make sure you, if you click down in that bottom corner to activate the show all mods, that's going to give you some more options and to make sure you'll be able to find all these mods. That's it for that. Let's go take a look at the mods now. All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to look at, we got this Fleagle trailer pack. It comes in two different styles of axle configurations. So here we have like a tandem and more of a wagon style. I don't know what the difference or what the name is for this style. Is it just wagon configuration? Anyways, they come in a couple different variations, obviously, for tires. So you have Lizard and Trelleborg, and I believe that's it. Let me double check in the store here. But then you also have the option of having the huge capacity, the larger capacity with all the side panels installed, or you can go right down and have it just as a bale or a flatbed trailer such as this. So you have all the different configurations in between these two as well for both the axle configurations. And the really nice thing about these as well is they have a rear receiver hitch. So once we're connected, we can also go and see if it'll connect there. There we go. They will all be connected together and you can have a little train going on, which is fantastic. Love it. Let's go take a quick look in the store and we'll look at all the different options quickly here. So under our trailers, there we are. And obviously all the way over to our mods. There we go. So the TDK 160 and DK 160, those are our two right there and there. And if we go into them, the color options are somewhat limited. You only have the lime and the dark forest green. Not a lot of options there. But your capacity configurations, so we can go right down to just a standard bale loader trailer. And you can have a rear deck on that or a rear tailgate as well. But then it will go all the way up to what is our size options there? I can't remember what the exact sizes option on that is. Okay, 18,600 liters. So that's the different options there. You're looking at what is that, roughly 4,500 bucks per increase for the first 65. Okay, so you can see the different options, base prices that kind of go up there. Anyways, this is a great early entry tipper type trailer, guys. Not bad at all. So wheel setup, Michelin, Blizzard, and Trelleborg. Nothing crazy there. You can kind of change up your different options as you see fit. And we'll go over to the DK 160, which is pretty much the same thing. Same color options. Capacity options are exactly the same. And same with the wheel options. No real change there, guys. So just some cool options. Some more tipper trailers. I think we're getting filled up with tippers finally. As you can see, my list here is getting pretty long. It's good to see some of these come out though. Liking it a lot. All right, let's move along to what our next mod will be here. Leave the New Holland right there. We have a new weeder as well. Now this thing is tiny. It's only what, 2 meters, I believe. Is that right? Oh, it threw me for a loop there. We'll take a look at this in store as well. I can never find the weeders. There it is. Yeah, so Polar 2M. I believe it's 2 meters then, right? Yeah, 2 meters. It is very small, but the nice thing about this, very low horsepower, 40 horsepower, so pretty much I think any tractor in the game will pull this. I don't think there's anything out there right now that will not pull this thing, and it's only 1,150 bucks. So real cheap, great early game weeder if you want to go that way. Pretty cool. I like it. All right. Now the next thing I'm going to talk about is this pack. Now this here is a whole pack of goodies essentially. It includes the bags, the seed bags, lime bags, and fertilizer bags, as well as these fertilizer tanks and herbicide tanks. Now the tanks themselves, they're very similar to the other tanks we have in game. However, they're just a bit bigger. I believe they're another 1,000 liters. So if we just go to our pallets, the herbicide and fertilizer tank are both in-game are 2,000 liters. We scroll over to the larger ones, we're up to 3,000 liters now. So that's the only options there. The only difference there. Obviously, they're more expensive. They should be, right? Herbicide, yeah. Only $100 though. That's nothing crazy. $2,800 for fertilizer. Wow, it's actually cheaper. That doesn't make any sense to me. You can buy more for cheaper now. I thought it was more expensive, but it's cheaper. The herbicide is $100 more expensive. So, anyways, that's interesting. So there's no reason why you wouldn't go with this, I suppose. So that's it for that. The bags, however, we'll go over to seeds, big bags. So there are 1,000 liters in base game for the palleted bags. If we go to these seed big bags, you're up to 2,000 liters now. And the cost is, you know what, roughly the same as well. It's a little bit, the seed big bags double. So that does make sense. Fertilizer, what's fertilizer? Yeah, you know what, that's more realistic. The prices are actually double for the most part. Lime 900, what is lime here? Yeah, so the prices make more sense there. Anyways, so you do get double the amount though. And then we have implements for loading all these. So we're going to show you what these all work, how these all work out. There's some interesting thing going on here. It's a little bit fun to use with these. All right, so the first implement I want to talk about is this lizard bag mount. It's for telehandlers, so it'll connect to any telehandler. There's nothing really special to it. I believe it's $1,800. Let's double check here. Telehandlers, $2,600 for this bag mount. I'm getting a warning on this one. It's missing part of the file, but anyways, it does exactly what you'd expect, but there's no activation to let you know that you're ready to connect, which is interesting. So you need to line these up with the bags. Now I've kind of got these lined up already, so it should work okay, but you want to aim for the loops, obviously. And once you have hit the loops, then you can pick them up. Now it'll pick up all four. I've already tested that, no problems. But yeah, interesting anyways. Not a bad way to move these things around, but it's somewhat limited, I guess. You're not going to use this for too many other things, I suppose. It's not multi-purpose, is what I'm trying to say. So that's one of the first implement there. We'll dump these off, but there is no activation. You don't get the little activation at the bottom of the screen saying, hey, yeah, you can connect this here, where you would with any other implement. For instance, when I dump this off, you have that little attach option. You don't get that with the bags. You just kind of roll up, kind of like with the pallet, and you have to make sure you hit the right spot to pick them up. That's all. So that is it for that. The next implement is the hook, the lizard hook here. Once again, we'll go and take a look at that. Now that's going to be over in miscellaneous. You do have a color option on this one, so you can go back to the lizard, the original lizard, green and black, or you can stay with blue and yellow. Actually, there's a price increase for that too. I didn't even notice that earlier. That's interesting. So this one here works pretty much as you'd expect. So you can lower it and raise it. That's all really you can do. You can't go side to side or anything like that. And yeah, you just pick up a seed bag with it. And this one gives you the option, and it tells you to connect it, which is kind of nice. So this one does work like you'd expect, fairly well. Obviously, you're not going to get as high with it as with a telehandler, but it still does a pretty good job of that. All right, let's drop this back down here. You know what, just move this out of the way. And obviously, this can be connected to both the front and the back of the tractor. Just for weight distribution, it seems to work better on the back, but it will work just fine on the front as well if you decide to go that way. Now let's go take a look at this other implement. Now this here is a little bit interesting. So this was to work in conjunction with this hook. Let's see if I can get it to connect now. I had to lower this last time to get it to work. And I've been playing with this for a bit. There we go. And I don't know if I'm really sold on this or not yet. I don't know. Now I've seen it connect both just manually to the bag hooks themselves, and then other times it will not connect. I don't know. Not sure if I'd ever be using this or not. But let's take a look and see if I can get this to work here. We'll lift this up. Come on. There, so I got two of them to hook on. I don't know if it's worth it. Like there's, and they don't stay all that well either. So that was one way of doing it. Now I also did, let's see if I can get this to work the other way. I'll lower this down here. I pushed all the bags together and let's see. And then did this. So now you could connect four this way potentially. I don't know. This just seems like you're asking for it. And the height, like, I mean, you can transport them around this way, I suppose, but you're not going to get it any higher than this, so trying to get it onto the flatbed of a trailer is pretty much a no-go unless you have some kind of a low loader. I don't know, guys. Anyways, whoa, wheelie. Anyways, it's an interesting device. I don't know if I'd ever bother going with the actual extra implement that we got here, this this cross, but the hook itself that connects to the trailer is kind of neat to use. Anyways, guys, that's about it for that. Let's go talk about one other thing that's coming out with this pack. There's a placeable item that I was kind of excited to see. Let's go take a look. So the last mod for today that came out was a placeable pond, essentially. So it's a fillable area that you can use to fill up your water trailers. Anything that needs water, you can fill up with these ponds. Now you can see I just kind of placed it on some land. You obviously need to own the land before you place it, so I've purchased this little plot of land and it just kind of put it over top the tracks on me, which is kind of funny. In order to use this correctly, you're going to need to dig out the area around it. So let's go take a quick look here. I've got some other ones placed that I was just messing around with. So it's under miscellaneous. And I've got a ton of other things here, but we'll scroll all the way over. Scroll down. There she is. So your water station it comes up as. So you can see you have a water station option right there. Now, you see I've tried to place one up here. You can see over in the middle here, there's actually some spots where I've tried to place it just on this tarmac up here. But down here, I went and placed it and then dug out the area around it, so it actually works the way it should. So that'll work. It's $500. Really, actually not too bad for price-wise. You just need some space to be able to build it. Now, I didn't really do a great job of this one. Obviously, you can see that it's kind of growing out, but I could probably put another one right, maybe on the side. I don't know, like that. I don't know. Anyways, something to mess around with. Just know that you'll have to dig around it. One thing I did notice with this is that it's almost impossible to delete it once you've placed it. I've had varying degrees of success. Let's see if I can sell any of these. Yeah, like it's not giving me the option to sell any of them. That was the one I just placed. I've never been able to sell one once I've placed it. So you really have to be sure you know that wherever you're placing it, it's going to be stuck there, and you're not going to be able to get rid of it after that. At least from what I've been able to test, if anyone can figure out a better way of getting rid of these, let me know. I'd love to hear about it in the comments, guys. Other than that, guys, that's going to do it for us today. That's all the new mods. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like button for me, and we will see you guys next time. This is Klutch. Over and out.